Listen up, y'all. The great wealth transfer is happening. And on today's video, we're going to talk about it. We're going to dive in. So let's start off with a rate cut decision. Jerome Powell and the Fed were split over their decisions today. However, we got a 0.25 basis points rate cut. So that's 3 months in a row, or 3 sessions in a row, that we got a rate cut. And the Fed talked about they're only going to have one more rate cut. That's in 2026. We do know Jerome Powell is out of here in May. Peace to Jerome Powell. So the new guy that Trump puts in, I'm pretty sure he will be very, very aggressive. And also, read this right here. In addition to the rate cut, the Fed also announced it will resume buying Treasury securities. The central bank will start buying $40 billion in Treasury bills beginning Friday. What does that mean? That means quantitative easing will start on the 12th. Let's talk about it. The great wealth transfer and its implications for the American economy. Boomers are retiring. Boomers are passing on a lot of money to their generations. Let's talk about it. So this was a post that was really good. The great wealth transfer from baby boomers to millennials. Did anyone get to listen to a recent Vox podcast called Sugar Daddies and Mamas about boomers being the wealthiest generation and there being a 16 trillion transfer between boomers to their adult children and grandkids in the United States, from providing money for down payments, funding college, bankrolling a lifestyle, to little things such as staying on the cell phone plan. And these people own a lot of businesses. I'm talking about mom and pop businesses, grocery stores, laundromats, gas stations, real estate. All of that is going to be transferred on, and some of them will be purchased by other investors because the kids and the grandkids are going to want to travel the world and deal with a fluent lifestyle. I'm talking about a really nice lifestyle because their grandparents and their parents is passing on trillions of dollars. Let that sink in. Now, why does this all matter for you? As a crypto investor, you got XRP and you got Bitcoin. The great wealth transfer, a lot of these people are going to be buying crypto. Corporations are buying crypto. The economy is moving to the blockchain with tokenized real estate and all of that. The older folks in the 60s and up are passing away. They're passing on their wealth. And now you got the guys 50 and under, 40 and under who are into blockchain technology. They're into AI, and they are going to be helping to facilitate a change in the system. We see it happening right now. Go check out my last video. But we're going to focus now on XRP and how XRP is bringing value, lots of value, to this new world that we are entering in. So let's talk about some key takeaways, and then we're going to dive in deeper. So number one, XRP powers fast and low cost international money transfers. International money transfer. That's like foreign exchange. Number two, XRP Ledger is used in tokenization, DeFi, and NFTs. Number three, micropayments and streaming services are emerging use cases for XRP. XRP's infrastructure is also being explored for CBDCs and interoperability. From banking infrastructure to NFTs, XRP is quietly powering some of the most practical innovations in blockchain. And I made some videos in the past where people think I'm an XRP hater. I'm not an XRP hater. I'm not the biggest fan of it, okay? But if you dive in a little deeper, even I can't ignore what is actually happening. So here we go. Number one, fast and affordable. I just talked about that. Fast, transactions that normally take 2 to 5 business days via Swift can be completed in a few seconds, okay? Then you got number two, on-demand liquidity for financial institutions. On-demand liquidity uses XRP to enable real-time settlement between fiat currencies. And remember, XRP had got all the banking licenses in the US, and they are also out here in Singapore making the same type of legal moves. And they're buying banks. Remember, they are buying infrastructure. Then we got, again, the on-demand liquidity. That's for fiat This frees up working capital for banks and improves liquidity management. Dozens of financial institutions have adopted ODL, especially in regions where currency exchange can be slow and expensive. Then you got the ledger being for tokenization. They tokenizing a lot in Dubai. Obviously in the United States, XRP is putting their foot into that with token creation, asset issuance. Built-in functions for finance. XRP Ledger features built-in token management, escrow, payment channels, and these tools enable low-cost, secure, decentralized finance without sacrificing. Now, obviously, this one I'm always about. There's few cryptos that are doing it: Stellar, Lumens, Algorand, Hedera, but this is a focus on XRP, obviously. XRP isn't just for institutions and developers. It can be used for everyday payments in some settings. XRP dropped a stablecoin, RLUSD. Some online merchants and physical retailers accept XRP via crypto gateways like BitPay, speed and minimum transaction fees, and practicable low-cost fees. So, right, they're pushing not just XRP, obviously, because you need XRP as the gas fee, but they're pushing their own stablecoin, okay? So, again, key takeaways here. You got the fast, you got the smooth. They are purchasing banks. They're doing foreign exchange. And one of the most important ones is right here at the bottom. Regional banks in Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East lead live ODL adoption while global giants move more slowly. So you got Singapore tapping in with XRP. You have Brazil doing foreign exchange with Portugal because they all speak Portuguese, right? And then you have Dubai and Abu Dhabi allowing them to have legal licenses to transact and use XRP in that country. RLUSD has grown to $1 billion. And then we have Bitcoin. This is the obvious one. If you follow anything that Michael Saylor is saying, you have Bitcoin treasury companies, right? Strategy leads with over 600,000 Bitcoins. Then you have Marathon with 50,000, 21 Capital, 40,000, Metaplanet, 30,000, Bitcoin Standard Treasury, 30,000, Bullish, 24,000 at Riot Platforms, Coinbase, Hunt 8, CleanSpark, right? And then even look at this, the president's company, Trump Media and Technology Group, they even have 11,000 Bitcoins. And then you got Tesla. Most of these are American companies. Then you got some Korean, you got some China, you got some Brazilian, you got some Canadian, you got some French up in there, some German. This is all about the great wealth transfer. So if this ain't making sense to y'all, Fed cutting rates, you got boomers transferring money. A lot of their kids are going to be selling their assets so they can buy a lifestyle. They're going to be buying crypto. They're going to be buying stocks that they can get a 10, 20x out of. You got SpaceX about to go IPO of $1 trillion. You got all kind of stuff happening in the market, and the Fed's going to be printing money. Gold and silver is already booming. Y'all, we have to prepare ourselves now. We got a few years before all of this stuff is fully kicks in. And most of us who ain't even in these markets won't even know what the hell is going on, y'all. Let me know what you feel about this video.